$60,000 a month. That's what these two guys who still clock in at their 9 to 5 at a furniture store are pulling in from a business they run almost entirely on the side. And it's not luck or a viral moment. It's a real business that has been around for hundreds of years. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly who these two guys are and what business it actually is, and how you could actually build your own version of it. And even if you're like them and you've never done this kind of work a day in your life, it's 100% remote, so that won't stop you from actually making money. It sounds almost too plain to take seriously, but this exact model has actually made plenty of millionaires. But first, you need to see why almost every other service business quietly traps the person who starts it. Meanwhile, this business can be run 100% remotely. Now, before you take any advice from a stranger on the internet, you deserve to know who's actually talking. I'm Sergio. Johnny's my business partner, and I met him in the 7th grade. We've been running businesses together for almost a decade, and the first one was a window cleaning business. We opened with only $150 and grew that to $65,000 a month. After that, we built a second one from scratch for Johnny's mom, and that was a house cleaning company. And since then, that business has crossed over $1 million in total sales. In the years since, more than 3,000 people across the US and Canada have used this exact model that they have learned from us to build their own business, and a number of them are millionaires today. Here's a quick disclaimer. Nobody's results here are guaranteed, and what any individual makes depends heavily on their effort, their market, outside factors that are outside of our control. And so what you're about to see is a real model with real people that are running it. It just isn't magic or passive income or effortless. It's just a smarter way to build a completely remote home service business. So most people who are looking to start a home service business are looking for the first thing, which is demand. And that is getting you on the right track. But then that leads you into different paths like lawn care and pressure washing and handyman services. But the problem with all these models is that they rely on you to be there. It relies on you to actually do the work. You only have so many hours in the day, and you can only be so many places, which means it's really hard to scale a business where you're the one doing the work. And at that point, the only lever you have to make more money is to work more hours in the day. And that's not why we got into business. So when people go that route, they either stay small forever or they push too hard and burn out trying to grow past what their own two hands can deliver. And neither of those outcomes is really a business. It's just a job that they created for themselves. Now, what you're really looking for when you build a business is leverage. It's the ability to build something that doesn't require you to physically be there to actually make more money. So building a business that has a system where you have customers coming in and a system to basically connect them to people who can actually deliver on those services, that is a real leverage. So if you can own the customer relationship, but then hand the actual work to someone else, the money is still getting to your bank account without you having to be there directly. But for a business to actually run that way, there's 3 things that have to be true at once. 1, the demand has to already exist. So you're not trying to create interest for something that isn't already there. It also has to repeat on its own, with the customers just naturally coming back to you without you having to chase them down and try to convince them to keep using your services. And lastly, it has to run through independent contractors and not employees. So you're never buried under payroll, benefits, having to buy the supplies, the equipment, and actually be there to train people who don't actually know how to do the service itself. And that's everything that comes with hiring W-2 employees. Now, almost every service business hits one of those 3, but it's rare that it actually hits 2, and it's very rare if it hits all 3. And before I say what that business actually is, you have to understand something about it. Because the moment you hear the name, some part of your brain is going to want to write it off as being too small, too plain, too obvious, too boring, and just not worth the time or money. And that reaction isn't a red flag. It's exactly why so few people actually ever build one of these businesses. But that also leaves the door wide open for people who do want to take it serious, because that means there's a lot of opportunity here. And it's called a remote cleaning business. Now hold on, before you write it off though, this isn't the version you're probably picturing in your head. There's no van sitting in the driveway with your name on it. There's no staff on payroll. There's no cleaning supplies and vacuums that you need to personally buy. My dirty little secret is that I have actually never personally cleaned a house, not even once, but I've still pulled in hundreds of thousands of dollars out of this exact business model. And that version really does just build you a second job. This is a different animal entirely. You can start a local cleaning company, but rather than doing all the physical work yourself, you build a system around the independent cleaners who are already skilled at doing this, and they just want more jobs. They want steady income, and they want to be able to do it without having to run all the marketing and handle the sales and the customer conversations and things like that. So they handle what they're already good at: going to the house, cleaning it, providing a good customer experience. You keep somewhere between 50 and 60% of every job that comes through, and the entire thing operates off of a laptop. So in a few minutes, I'll show you the real numbers behind how those two guys in the beginning actually turned this into a $60,000 a month business for themselves. But first, let me tell you how it works. The reason cleaning wins over almost every other business that is built this way comes down to one thing: recurring business. Something like roofing gets purchased once a decade, if that. A cleaning customer books either weekly, every other week, or monthly. And if that work holds up, the bookings just keep happening, and as you start to add on more customers, you now have a business that is compounding naturally. Now, the average customer sticks around somewhere between 1 to 2 years, which turns a single booking that is maybe $300 into thousands of dollars over the course of that 1 to 2 years. So let's actually run the numbers here. A standard clean sells for somewhere between $300 and $350. Roughly half of that goes to the cleaner who does the work. What's left is essentially your spread. So that lands around $150 to $175 per job. Now, if you can do 2 to 3 of those in a single day, you've cleared $373 before dinner. That's about $2,600 a week, and that's about $10,000 a month. And because none of it is a one-time sale, that number doesn't really reset to zero every 30 days. Because like I said, what's going to happen is about 25% of those customers are going to convert to recurring cleans. So that will start to stack. Now, if you strip away the word cleaning and look at what the job really is, it's landing customers, keeping a schedule running smoothly, and both of those things can happen, like I said, from a software that you run on your phone or a laptop. And neither one really puts you inside anyone's house doing the actual work. So that $60,000 a month operator that I mentioned, it's two friends. Coincidentally, both of them are named Nate. So we call them Nate and Nate. They worked together selling furniture, and neither one of them had a background in cleaning or home services at all. So they pulled together the money and started a remote cleaning business with us. And at first it was a side project, but within a couple of months, they already reached $10,000 a month. And you know, they were working their full-time jobs and they kind of held it there for a bit, but then they decided to actually push it. So they increased the ad budget, put a little bit more time into the business, maybe 15, 20 hours combined a week. And by doing that, now their business brings in $60,000 a month in top line revenue. And you might be thinking maybe this is like in LA or New York. No, they're in Wisconsin. And keep in mind, both of them still work at the furniture store, getting their full-time salaries there. And at the same time, this is what we call double dipping, because they're now getting that same income or even more from the cleaning business. That's because the business was never built for them to need to be there in person and do the labor. It's basically them connecting the right customer to the right cleaner. And if you're sitting there thinking, but I don't know anything about cleaning, neither did I, and neither did Nate and Nate. I'm going to take a quick pause here. So if you already know that you'd rather have help building this instead of figuring it out completely by yourself, the same application that is to work with us one-on-one is linked down below. Now stick with me a bit longer though, because I still owe you the answers to the questions that you're probably sitting with right now. Let's get ahead of what you're probably already thinking. What if a cleaner does a bad job? It'll happen eventually, and it's just a reality of having a service business. But when it does, all you have to do is send someone back out and make it right with the customer. It'll cost you a little bit of time, but it's not going to cost you the whole relationship or a 1-star review. We do have systems in place to make sure that cleaners will do a walkthrough before they leave the house. So we really do try to prevent this, but like I said, it'll happen from time to time. Maybe the other question you're thinking is, Isn't this market already saturated? Isn't there enough cleaning businesses out there? Honestly, there's less than you would think. The industry is worth north of $40 billion, and there's not even one single company that controls even 1% of it. That means it's super fragmented, and there's always room for another player to come in the market and build a business. You're also not competing on a national level with this model. It's really just within your own city against local operators, which mostly have no real marketing behind them and not really good systems behind the business. So that combination means there is plenty of opportunity in your local market. Another question you might have is, how do you even find cleaners that you can trust? Honestly, this is the hardest part of the whole thing, and it's exactly why that margin exists. And that's what separates the good operators from the great ones. So picture this, you got 100 cleaners applying in your city. Realistically, 80 of them just won't be reliable, and you just won't want to hire them to send to a customer's home. So you kind of filter through all of that, and you find the 20 who are actually good. From there, you kind of narrow it down to the people that you want to work with and you feel like you can have that solid trust and connection with. And from there, maybe 10 of them are your perfect operator that you would like to work with. And that's how you build a business. Remember earlier when I said you only need 33 cleans to actually achieve $10,000 a month in revenue? Well, that's only maybe 2 to 3 cleaners. So you don't need to find 100 cleaners to have a successful business. Now here's the actual sequence of events that needs to happen in order for you to get one of these up and running. First, you have to choose a city. We do recommend it being the city you live in because you're most familiar with it and you probably have some connections there. Then you're going to set up the basics. So you need a simple website, a Google business profile, and a phone number to keep it separate from your personal one. For anyone reasonably comfortable online, this is a weekend project and really should only take a couple days to set up that foundational stuff. Then you need your cleaners. So you're going to post in local Facebook and Nextdoor groups, and basically something as simple as, hey, I'm looking for a reliable cleaner. Does anyone have any recommendations? You're going to get probably 20 people responding. It's going to be cleaners saying, hey, use me, or it's going to be neighbors saying, hey, you can use this cleaner. I highly recommend them. Now, what you're looking for is at least 2 years of cleaning experience, professional experience. 2, they have their own transportation and they have their own equipment. Again, like I said, you're not trying to hire people where you have to actually take them to jobs or train them on how to actually clean a home. They should already come ready and knowing how to do those things. Now, after you decide, okay, I want to work with this person, you're going to run a test clean. And this is before you ever send them to a real paying customer. This is how we test if someone is reliable, are they good at cleaning, and are they going to try to steal our customers. So we have a process for this. They don't know it's a test clean, but we do. As long as you choose a smaller, reasonable area for them to clean, they really only cost $75 to $100. And just make sure you're vetting people well before that so you're not having to do too many test cleans. And then the fun part, landing your first real customer. We call this strategy the grand opening method. So it's you posting in a local Facebook group or Nextdoor, but as a person, not a business. You basically introduce yourself, mention who you are, and just kind of like throw it out there that you have a cleaning company, and you can offer the neighbors a discount. The way that you really maximize this strategy is feeling as relatable as possible. So instead of posting a picture of just yourself, if you can include maybe like your family or you have a dog, things that make you feel relatable to other people, they will support you, and you can get that support from just like your local area. Now that's one of the organic strategies we have that is completely free. To get more leads, you can also spend money on paid advertising. So there's things like Google LSA, Thumbtack, Meta, which is like Facebook and Instagram ads. So there's plenty of places where you can put $1 in and get a couple dollars out if you do it the right way. And that's paid advertising. Now, lastly, you want to convert those first-time customers to recurrent. So after every job, you're going to do something we call the QC call, quality control. So first, you want to make sure, did the cleaner do a good job? Are they happy? Now, once you've established that they're happy, you're going to ask them if they're looking to do weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly cleans. And through that process, like I said, this shouldn't feel like you're having to convince someone. If they got a good clean, I'm telling you, cleaning is something that just needs to get done over and over again. So from there, they're going to say, I think I'm going to do a bi-weekly, or I'm going to do a monthly. And from there, now you have recurring clients that are going to pay you every single month. So that single call, that single job just turned into thousands of dollars over the lifetime of them being a customer. So if something in this actually clicked for you and this is a business you could really see yourself doing, we actually work with people one-on-one and it's super hands-on. First, there's going to be an application part of the process, which is linked down below. And from there, we will essentially interview you and make sure that you're a good fit to work with us. In that process, we actually help you build out your marketing strategy in your area. We help you understand how to source and vet the cleaners and basically set up the whole operation alongside you. So just keep in mind, with us, there's no franchise fees or royalties. It's basically you starting your own business that you own 100%. We just make sure that it gets up and running and it is profitable and gets you to where you want to go. If that's something that you're interested in, again, link is down below. Just go through the application. There's going to be a couple videos for you to understand a little bit more in depth on how we work. And if it makes sense, you're going to get on a call with either me or Johnny to actually see if you're a good fit to work with us. Hey, and if this is worth your time, drop a like and subscribe and tell me in the comments what you actually thought this business was before I said the word cleaning. And I actually read every single comment. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.